this is Kajol.
This is Revathi, and you are watching
Good Times.
Okay, ladies, I want to know what happens when two brilliant, fiercely talented women come together. तब क्या होता है?
Salaam Venky hota hai.
Bilkul, and it's my privilege and my honor to work with her, and I feel like that even though the film is released right now, which is what I told her also. I said thank you, ma'am, for making me a part of this film. I really am honored to be a part of Salaam Venky, and will forever be.
And I'm also. I mean, truthfully, I'm so honored, and I'm so happy that Kajol did this. This film means a lot. I'm doing a feature film after 18 years. It's a huge break that I took, but this is like a stepping stone there, so thank you.
रुलाया तो बहुत ज़्यादा, but it's also a kind of closure. It gives you closure, this film, because a lot of times when you hear about these stories, a young life snuffed out. But this movie brought closure, and also tear ducts were on an overdrive.
Absolutely.
और आप दोनों ने अपने करियर में भी बहुत अच्छा रोती थी, but इसमें तो बहुत ज़्यादा रुला दिया. But did you speak to the lady that you're portraying? And obviously you would have read the book. What was the process like that? I want to make this film.
Okay, I'll start here because I got this book, The Last Hurrah, in 2007-2008. I met Sujata then, and I wanted to make this film. Tried very hard. It didn't work out. But then, and I said, I gave up. I said, okay, abhi nahi ho raha hai. Let me just let it be. And around 2018, Suraj Singh comes back with the same book, and I looked at that book and I was shocked. And he said, this is the book, ma'am. So I said, no, but I don't think I want to touch this book at the moment because it didn't happen. And then he said, no, just listen, because a book, you can take any path to tell the same story. So Sameer Arora had taken a path which I really loved. So, so that was the beginning of this journey towards Salaam Venky.
Wow.
So it was really organic, it happened, and I felt it had to happen now.
Yes.
Like Sujata, Venkatesh's mother, said, I'm happy it didn't happen then, because she was also going through a lot of emotional turmoil, financial issues, so many things that were happening, and she said, I'm very happy it happened now. This was the perfect time.
And she also said this to her, which I don't think you remember, ma'am, because she said, she's like, now you know for a fact nobody else can do this but you. Exactly. This film is meant for you to make.
It came back to me, that's why.
It came back to you.
And it was meant for you to play her.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
I know it's every parent's worst nightmare.
It
and
is.
I'm also, you've been very categorical about that. Like, nobody wants to even
think about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But how tough really was it? Or is it, you're also very impulsive as an actor. You switch on, switch off.
Absolutely. But I think this is the kind of character that you can't run away from. You have to. You're not playing a character. You have to be Sujata on that set. And that's all you have to do. And as far as the character is concerned, I think that Sujata, I had an idea of what I wanted to play her as. Revathi ma'am had an idea in her head about how it was meant to go. But I think somewhere down the line, after we met, I met Sujata ji on set, it just gave it an added depth. It just gave it an added responsibility. It gave it an added, I don't know, it's like I met her and she was just she was just really, really simple. She just was.
Awesome.
And I was like, how do I portray that? It's so easy to portray a character or a caricature of a character or even something bigger or larger than life. It's easy to do all that as actors, but how it's so difficult to portray just simple strength, even to show simple strength as from a director's point of view and from an actor's point of view, just simplicity and the strength in simplicity. I think that was my biggest challenge. And after meeting her, my biggest challenge was to be able to justify it in a way that she and me both could live with.
Awesome. And Pooja, the thing is, like I told her, sometimes the simplest of people have the greatest of strength.
Absolutely.
And for Sujata, she would say that I didn't do anything, great. I had a child like this, and it was my duty as a mother who gave birth to this child to take care of him. That's all I did. in such simple words, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what we've tried to do, because both of them, Venkatesh and Sujata, have laughs, they have fights, they have, you know, their cuddly moments, they have their tears, but everything is done so well, and both of them are preparing for what is to be.
Yeah.
And which is the truth, because there are so many families who are going through this.
Who
And
are
I
struggling with it.
wanted Salaam Venky to be just, okay, let's not hide, let's not sit behind, let us live life today.
It's basically all strength of character. And you are a mom too. And we are living the day of this social media and all. As a mom, does it sometimes get to you when, your son, your daughter, both, every move is captured. वो parlor जा रही है, parlor से आई है, वो friends के साथ खाना खा रही है. Does it sometimes irk you, because you also come from an illustrious family of strong women?
It does, absolutely it does. And that's half the reason why I think that somewhere down the line, but I think it also somewhere has made Nissa. It's given her this strength to, because she has seen it from the time that she was like 2. From the time that she was 2, she's been hounded, and it's when I say it, it sounds like abuse, doesn't it? It does sound like abuse. I mean, how often do you see if this had happened to a normal child somewhere in a normal school, her mother would be complaining to the school and filing, an FIR against all those people who are, doing all this to her. So yes, it is. I read this thing the other day about how this child was, how this child's parent has actually gone and filed a police complaint because somebody has tried to cyber bully her daughter. And I'm like, we don't even consider it bullying when people are passing nasty comments about them or, talking crap about them we are not even looking at it. And we're not even looking at the disgustedness of it. So yes, but I think that she is being burnt and made anew and strengthened by it, by facing it and overcoming it and realizing. I think we have a lot of conversations where we talk about it, and I tell her and I explain to her, I said that, if there is one person who's saying these horrible things to you, they're really horrible. There are 300 people on the other side who say that you are fabulous and you are amazing, and you have a mirror at home, don't you? And do you not see how we look at you? We think the sun rises and sets in her. So I mean, like, yeah, we do. Both my kids. I think the sun rises and sets in both my kids, and I think they're the most fabulous children in the world. And I love my kids. I think I love them. I like them. Everything, and they know it.
Awesome. Also the fact, millennials, do you understand the lingo, or are you also lost in translation with Gen Z?
I insist that they speak English to me.
Which is like a word that really gets to you. You're like, hello, Google Translate.
Like I said, I insist that they speak in English. I'm like, question mark, please repeat that in layman terms. And then there are some words that even they don't understand, which I use. So we're even.
What about you?
I'm having the best time of my life, because my 9-year-old is now starting to, learn all this and talk to me. And so I'm feeling young. I'm feeling young at heart. And, like Kajol says, the best thing is to give them the security of home, love, that whatever happens, we are there with them,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, like when she was young, people would just come and do this. And she learned to say, don't touch me. And I did not stop.
Awesome.
So even now, nobody can actually really go and touch her and pinch her cheek. She just says, no.
That's awesome.
And I say, good.
Is your daughter your carbon copy, or is she on the dad?
She's a nice, beautiful blend of both.
Of course.
Yeah. She has his
Lady Singham and...
No, she has his... he's a very logical person. So there's a lot of logic and my temperament, thank God. And my smile. So we're sorted.
The best.
मुझे एक और बात बताओ. Both of you are such, talented actors, done some compelling parts. इन्होंने तो transition कर लिया direction. आपका क्या?
Sorry. I think direction requires temperament. You're forgetting temperament is a huge part of direction. और इनका जो temperament है वो बहुत बहुत ही अच्छा है और बहुत ही I would say is she has a lot of patience. She has a lot of
no, all that is fine, but
compassion, which is all. Mine is down the tubes, dude. There'd be like 7 murders on the first day itself.
That could be the name of the film. 7 murders with Kajol.
It'll be a reality TV show. It won't be a film.
We'll take you on that. And also the fact that, I mean, the kind of roles you've done, you both haven't stuck to the conventional stereotypes, right? The kind of films you've made, the kind of parts that you have to. Do you think these are like happy times, or there is something that you really think abhi tak change nahi hua, main aise change kar दूँ?
No, I think this is a
This is
good
a
time
fabulous
for
time for actors.
Yeah.
I think if we want that change, we can make it right here and now. I think whatever we want to play, if we write it today, somebody will definitely make it. That's where we are as actors, and it's really, really a fabulous time right now because there's so much. I would say that it has a lot to do with the OTT platform as well. That you have so much. The people in these 2 years have seen so much of content in all different languages due to necessity, but because of that, they have begun to look at films differently also. Everything in its whole entirety, which is pushing us to have better standards and higher standards. So it's all for the good of cinema, I think.
It's opened up for writers, for actors, big time. Because you're able to create so much more.
Okay, this photo just came up. I mean, your co-stars are aging, but you are not.
What can I say? What can I say?
They actually wanted a caption to this. आप क्या suggest करेंगी?
Well, I have lots of mean things that I can say, but I'll go with the sweetest and kindest one. Should I go with the sweetest and kindest one? I think I'll
Go for
that. I was like, Salaam Venky.
चलो जाते I'm not playing any rapid fire here.
Thank God.
An experience both of you don't want to ever re-experience.
And we don't play well.
Yeah.
And we are losing desperately and
no
dramatically.
So no rapid.
We are not good at this. We have to admit that we are not good at it.
So no rapid fire. Just an experience both of you don't ever want to re-experience. It could be from your career in the past or whatever.
Whatever we don't want to re-experience.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff actually, but we don't want to. I never want to don't want to re-experience not having vanity vans for sure.
Great one!
I love vanity vans, and whoever invented them, God bless them.
Yes.
I never want to go back to shoot
is
outdoors with only one umbrella on an island and not one tree in sight.
Behind rocks, behind trees. And but the good thing was there were no mobile cameras.
Yeah.
We could do it in private.
Yeah.
We didn't have to be scared. But now forget it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know a lot of things that you would have done then are also not recorded. Like no social media.
We had a life beyond that.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, ladies. I really want to see both of you come together. Maybe that idea of a reality show.
I want to tell you that. Should I say it? Abhi to picture release ho gaya.
Yeah.
She is actually there in the movie. She's done one shot for the film. So she's there in the film. I may not have shared screen space with her, but she's there in the film.
Awesome. And now, ma'am, you're making little things coming back to acting also, no? Thoda. Kunchum.
No, at the moment, I loved being a director and I want to do more.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So how Desi are you, since you're talking to Good Times and we are very Desi at heart? Which is the most Desi thing about you?
About me?
About both of you.
Say, what's the most Desi thing about you?
I
The fact that you're wearing khadi all the time.
Oh yeah, this is organic cotton, hand woven. So I salutations to our organic cotton farmers and handloom weavers.
And mine is not so desi. I'm not so desi also. No,
She loves desi food.
I love desi food.
Yes.
And I would say the most desi thing about me is the fact that at my core, I love my family and I love spending like tons of time with my family. They're all funny, smart, and snarky, sarcastic, and they make me laugh, and I like 90% of my family. There is that 10%, but then everybody has that 10%. And those 10% know who they are also.
Just me. Thank you so much.